Yeah, Kevin, well, as you just mentioned, officials are saying this is the most destructive fire event that LA County has ever seen. And really, it's because of devastation like what you see behind me. We've been hearing this equated to a war zone with bombs going off. And if you can believe it, these pictures and videos that we're seeing don't do the severity of this situation justice. What we're standing in front of is a Rouse that's now unrecognizable. And we're not out of the woods just yet. We know the next wind event is here through tomorrow, which is why we've been told by officials countless times at this point that all of LA County needs to be prepared. You mentioned earlier, as of today, the Palisades Fire is over 23,000 acres with 17% containment. Winds won't be as strong as last week, at least that's what we're expecting. That's good news there. But as Sarah just mentioned, we saw the National Weather Service has issued that particularly dangerous situation red flag warning. So we are still very much in this critical fire danger. And these warnings aren't to scare you at home, but we do want you to be prepared just in case. Firefighters say gusts reaching up to 30 to 40 miles per hour will ground most aircraft. So they also say they do have an extensive plan to attack the fire with crews on the ground. The major objective here is obviously to protect those homes. But one big thing I'm hearing from fire victims now is the need for immediate assistance. We're hearing a lot from officials about the resources available, but residents say when they've tried to apply for some of that FEMA assistance, they're getting denied if they select that they do have homeowners insurance. We did hear from FEMA yesterday. I want to just go through a few of the key points that the representative there recommended. He said if a resident has received notification that they are not approved, read all the way through the letter. That letter will have information that needs to be completed by the family in order to be approved by that FEMA assistance. FEMA also says that the first call that every fire victim should be making right now is to their insurance company and then to FEMA. He gave us a number that I'll give you in just a minute if you want to grab a pen. But they also said that they'll be opening additional centers to provide assistance. They say that they will be approving assistance in addition to what the insurance company provides. The problem there, though, is that they need to have the designation letter from the insurance company that talks about exactly what the insurance company plans to cover or not cover. And residents are having issues with that because they haven't been able to get back to their property to take pictures that the insurance needs. So it's been a bit of an issue here. You can see why a lot of residents are growing a little bit frustrated with this entire process. But if you do need assistance, FEMA says that you can call 1-800-621-3362. Again, that number is 1-800-621-3362, or email them at disasterassistance.gov. You can also visit fema.gov/DRC. And again, they are going to be opening those centers across LA County where fire victims can walk in and speak to a representative face to face. But Kelvin, people are really in immediate need right now. They need short-term temporary housing, food, hygiene items, clothing. So the concern there is legitimate, and we are hoping that officials can find some way to cut through this red tape that we're seeing now and that we often see in devastation like this.
You're right. Obviously, when natural disasters, or as you mentioned, devastation happens, it gets difficult, right? And this is one of the things Governor Gavin Newsom and our city officials say. We're trying to blow through all of that, be able to get people what they need as soon as possible. Let me ask you about your way up there, the ride up there, the road closures. Any things that were hindering you from making your way into that location?
Well, we know that we're under that curfew, right, from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., and nobody is allowed in these areas. So I took a different route this time than I did a few days ago. Today I went down Sunset, and there are several road closures. The first few only have cones, and you can bypass them if necessary. But then once you get closer to where we are here at the Rouse, there is police presence and those National Guard posts. So they check your press pass and they're ensuring that nobody is down here. The power is off. It is pitch black aside from Jorge's light right here. So you can see why it's really important to keep as many people out as those utility trucks that we're seeing. And then also first responders are still down here just trying to carry out everything that they can. while we have these roads open and clear before the residents are allowed back up here. Calvin.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your communities, click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you then.